Hello and welcome everyone. In the previous lectures, we saw how we can create our own custom functions in PHP, and it was really very fun. And those who haven't seen those videos, they can see that in the top right corner there is a suggestion box. You can check my entire playlist there and you will get those videos there. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon also so that you never miss an update. Now, without wasting any time, let's jump into the code editor and start coding. In the previous lectures, we saw the custom functions in PHP. We build those functions, and now in this lecture, we will see some PHP built-in functions, and we will talk about the math functions in this video. So let's start. So here you can see I have created a new file called function mathfunction.php. Okay, and that is inside our demo directory. Now in the body section, let's put some PHP. And let's write some math functions in here. So there are various of math functions. You can go to the website of official website of PHP, read the documentation. You will get entire set of the built-in functions that we have in PHP. But in this video, I'm going to show you some of the math functions which we use generally. So let's write that. So there is a built-in function called pow, and here what it is doing the power. So this is the power function. Okay, so now if I write 2 and echo this out, now go to the browser, and here we are in localhost, then the demo directory, and our file is called mathfunction.php. let's open this. See, so it is giving a warning. Pow expects 2 parameters. Okay. So come here. We have given only 1 parameter. Okay. So this is a function. Remember, this is how we call this function. This is a built-in function. The declaration is somewhere inside PHP. Now we are just calling this function and using it. But this function, where it is declared as it should take in 2 parameters. Therefore, we also need to pass 2 parameters. So what will be those 2 parameters? First parameter will be the number which you want to have power of, like 5 to the power, what, say 2. So what I have written here, 5 to the power 2, that is 25. Correct? Now if I press 5 to the power 3, that will be, I guess, 125 if I'm not wrong. See, we got 125. So this is how this function works, power function. And let's echo out a br tag to break the line, and this should be inside the quotation marks, remember? Okay, and now let's echo out another function. The function is called sqrt. So this will give us the square root. Okay, so if I put here 100 and save this, and now go to the browser, hit refresh, see, we are getting 10. Square root of 100 is 10. So here we will only pass 1 parameter. Like if I put here 10,000, then we will get 100. So this is square root function. Square root of 10,000 is 100. Now let's again copy this br tag. Okay, now let's see another function, and it is called rand. Okay, without any parameters first. Okay, first let's see without any parameters. So what will this function do? This will return us a random number, just a random number. See, this random number, this much big random number. Now if I hit refresh, see, it is changing every time. Okay, so it is just returning us a random number. Now we can even pass parameters in here. The first parameter will be from where we want to start. Like I want to start from 1 and I want to end at 100. So what I'm saying here is that I want a random number from 1 to 100, between 1 to 100. Now if I save this, go to the browser, hit refresh. Okay, okay, I have changed in this function only. See, we are getting a random number each time, but it is always between 1 to 100. Okay, cool. Now let's again copy this break, come here, paste it. Now let's see another function, and that is called ceil, S-E-I-L, sorry, C-E-I-L, and let's put a number in here like this. So what this function will do, this will convert the given decimal to the top integer. Like here it is 4.8, so it will convert it into 5. Let's check it out. See, we got 5. Okay, so whatever may be here, like 4.3 also, if we give 4.3 also, then also it will give us the top, the next highest integer, that is 5. Correct? Now similarly, we have another function like this, which will give us the previous integer. Okay, not the next integer, but the previous integer. Like if we use 4.3 here also, then see what happens. Okay, we haven't even changed the function name, so this function name is called floor. Okay, down, the previous integer. This is returning us the next integer of 4.3, and this will return us the previous integer of this number, of this decimal 4.3. So just save this, go to the browser, hit refresh. See, we got 4. Correct? So it is just rounding it off to the lowest number, and this is rounding it off to the next highest number. The ceil function, and this is the floor function. Now we have another function like this, and that is called round. Okay, the round function. So let's see what it does. R-O-U-N-D, round. Now if here I again put 4.3, so can you tell what will happen? Let's see. Come here and hit refresh. See, we got 4. Why we got 4? Because this function is typically doing it as we have learned in our schools and in colleges, that it is rounding it off to the next or the previous number based upon the number after this decimal point. Okay, so here we have a decimal point, and after that we have 3. So if it is below 5, then it will round it off to the previous integer, and if it is above 5 or above 5, then it will round it off to the next integer. So if I put here 7, let me just put here 6 also, anything above than 5. Okay, and let's refresh. See, we got 5. So it is rounding it off on the basis of the number which is after this decimal point, this number. And if it is 5 also, 4.5, then also I think it will round it off to 5. Let's see. So that means this function will round it off it based upon the number which is after this decimal point. If it is below 5, then it will round it off to the previous integer, and if it is above 5, then it will round it off to the next integer. Whereas in this floor function, it rounds it off to the lowest integer. In the ceiling function, it rounds it off to the next highest integer. So these are the some of the math functions we use in PHP. There are a lot more. You can go and check out the documentation. And I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Please leave a like and comment down below whether you enjoyed this lecture or not. And I will meet you in the next lecture. Till then, thank you and have a great day.